All right, guys, back again for another episode of Inklusive. Today we got a very special guest in the house, one of my clients and somebody that we've honestly been keeping up with for a while now on Instagram. On Instagram, he goes by Broccoli City, but his name is Marcus. So, Marcus, you want to introduce yourself to the crowd, bro?
For sure. Marcus, one of the co-founders, Broccoli City. Probably best known for our music festival in Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm. That's right, yeah. Yeah, how did we even meet, bro? I know
Dre.
it was oh yeah, Dre. That's right.
He's plugged in with everyone, man.
Yeah. Dre had got some work. I want to say you had just done a piece for him. I think maybe his mom or something like that. A little
That's
portrait.
right. Yeah, on the back of his arm.
Yeah,
I know which one you're talking about.
I had just seen it. Yep. And I was like, oh, I need it. You gotta plug me. You gotta plug me immediately.
Yeah, bro. We just got some work done. What was it, last week, right?
Yep.
Healing
Fresh
up nice.
new joints.
Yeah.
What you get done?
Little Broccoli City.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. I saw that on IG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a logo that one of our favorite designers, I think Christian Hayford, he was an very important designer as our brand was kind of growing between like 2015, 2014. He had just the ill aesthetic, and he was just able to put a few just iconic, I believe, broccoli pieces in that the broccoli light bulb around
different.
our brand, because the company is called Think Broccoli. The festival is called Broccoli City, right? So
yeah.
The way we operate our for-profit entity that produces all the live experiences, it is Think Broccoli. You know what I mean? So,
and that's what everybody knows. Just like the whole broccoli movement.
For sure.
What's like why broccoli? Like, what's behind that?
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my best friend and my business partner B said it in a rap. You know what I'm saying? In like 10th grade. Basically just saying, Broccoli City more so from the perspective of the Big Apple. You know what I mean? And we were from the city we from in North Carolina is called Greensboro, North Carolina, right?
Okay.
So broccoli for green, city for borough.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it stuck.
Okay.
And then he ended up moving to LA. And when he moved to LA, this was at the start of a lot of the streetwear movement. Crooks and Castles, Johnny Cupcakes, the Hundreds.
The Hundreds, yeah.
That whole movement on Fairfax. He was there at the start when those brands were getting their first stores, right? He's seeing that. Crooks and Castles, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of them. And he like, yo, we gonna do our own joint, Broccoli City. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so our angle was it was the urban streetwear brand, but we were doing everything on organic cottons, sustainable cottons.
Okay.
Right. And so that was our whole angle to the whole shit. And then through that, people thought we was vegan, and we got all connected in through the whole green movement through that. And yeah, it was just interesting. And so we ended up participating in a couple Earth Day events in LA. And through that, we began to really understand the whole concept of Earth Day. And then our angle was we were going to create a Black Earth Day celebration. Mm-hmm. So the first one was called Global Cooling, downtown LA.
Okay.
And that shit was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, my partner's living out there. Like he's really just getting his feet wet, but he has hit the ground completely running. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been able to really tap in with the right people. At that time, he had probably been there for like 4 years. And so like we were really tapped in. I mean, the lineup, Kendrick Lamar was on the lineup.
Wow.
Pac
what year
Did.
is this again?
This is 2010.
Is that like around the time when it started?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was called Global Cooling, 2010, downtown LA. It wasn't even called Broccoli City. It was Global Cooling presented by Broccoli City. You know what I mean? So his headline was Pac Div and Dom Kennedy.
Wow, Dom Kennedy.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially in 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's West Side of Love 1.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's a video online. You can Google that shit. Dom Kennedy, West Side of Level 1, Broccoli City. We got that shit. He performed that shit for the first time. It's like maybe a month after the album came out. Maybe a month or two after it came out. And it was probably 1,000 people at the joint, warehouse kind of event. And motherfuckers spit that shit word for word. Like, he was a fucking star. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was a moment.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
2010, man.
2010.
So that you would say that's like your first big event then?
No. Nah, hell nah. Nah. I had did joints in college.
Oh,
I had
really?
I had did like this event called Vote for Change.
This is out in California?
Nah, this is in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Through the SGA at North Carolina A&T.
Wow.
So like, we had been, just events was just something that we just got into, not even really thinking it was gonna be a thing. Yeah, but it just happened. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So you've been in this, what is it, 2024? You've been, 15 plus years?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it sounds like it started even way before that then, right? Because if you were already doing stuff in college, that was
Yeah.
even before the
Yeah, nah,
the
for
first
sure.
event.
So you're
you
close
guys-
to 20 then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And you just got the logo tatted.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's real.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, for sure.
that's what's up, man.
Wow, man.
So what would you say is like your first like big event that you feel like made a change?
So the one I just mentioned, the Dom Kennedy joint, that's what made it real. So like that has to be the most important one, because that's what made it like to give you the confidence to even like do it again.
yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? At some point you just gotta have the goal to even do some shit. That was like, all right, you got the goal to even do some shit. 2016 was like, oh, we got some shit. Like, okay. Like,
Well, I'm curious now. What happened in 2016?
Yeah, what's 2016?
so 2016,
That's pre-COVID. That's a different world.
that's we did Future, Jhené Aiko, The Internet, Anderson Paak.
Damn. Straight hitters.
All of them.
Trying to think who else. It was more names on that lineup. I just can't even think of who else was on there. But like those four specifically, that was special. Right?
2016 Future is like
That's
the
DS,
best Future.
DS2 just dropped.
Yep.
Dirty Sprite
DS
2
yep,
had just
exactly.
dropped.
That's when he was like at the top, bro.
Stupid.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember College Park going to the clubs out there. That's all you heard featured nonstop. Future, Drake,
Yo, that
back to back.
DS2,
Yeah, I know. That's the one
Yeah.
everybody was playing back to back.
that DS2, I just fucked your bitch in the Gucci flip flops. That
That's an
intro,
anthem, bro.
man,
That's
what?
still a classic, bro.
That was the intro. That shit.
Yeah.
That's how the album came on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like that shit was legendary. Like, man, that shit was crazy. But when we booked him, our entire talent budget previously was what we paid just for him.
Wow.
So the jump of just getting him was like a big risk. Like that was a big risk. Like we pretty much rolled the dice. Like it had to go good, or we was pretty much just underwater.
But that's an investment, though, right? That's
I mean, it was just a risk, right? It was
Yeah.
really robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like we
That's true,
did
yeah.
just enough to be able to put a deposit to go on sale, to hope that ticket sales come to get some revenue to pay him his next deposit. You know what I'm saying?
So it was like a pre-release almost, like when you purchase like a shirt.
a pre-sale.
yeah, it was a
pre-sale.
pre-sale, but it don't. But we was already.
But there's no guarantee.
You're like deep water.
Yeah,
already,
we in
wasn't
deep
it?
water. Like we was already in, and just like when you dealing with the agent community, it's like talent agents is like if you fuck that, you fucked.
Yeah. And
Like,
that job was quickly in the industry, too,
Yeah,
right?
like you're fucked. Like you playing those types of games, like these the real live Ari goals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's,
saying?
it's people's money, man. You can't fuck around with
and
that.
it's just the commitment of like, no matter what, even if they had a show that they could have done or not, they gonna say they could have had a show. Man, you cost me a fucking show. I could have been. We had a show in Europe, but because of travel, you know what I mean? They gonna hit you with all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
lost $1 million because you didn't do X, Y, Z. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So they gonna find a way just to put you on ice, and and they usually have a lot of talent, right? Like the same agent that we got Future for was also who we got Jhené Aiko for, and it's the same agency that we got Anderson Paak, right? So that's a 3-pack combo.
Oh yeah, so you
right,
would've
one
burnt that
agency.
bridge. Sheesh.
You know what I mean? So
Man, Anderson Paak, that's when his album came out.
yeah, that shit was
He
right
was
when his shit
killing it.
dropped.
Just, man,
The
wow.
internet, people didn't even know the internet like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit
Wow.
was a thing.
Times have changed, man.
It's a thing. But that
2016,
future,
it sounds like it happened like yesterday, but it's almost 10 years ago, man.
Yeah, I mean
That's crazy.
Solid 8 years. I mean, I was in high school,
Yeah.
graduating high school when that album dropped.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
What? You mind telling us how old you are, bro?
40.
Okay.
You're
you
40,
look
bro?
younger than
I
40.
thought you were like in your mid 30s.
Yeah, I feel like people
Wow.
probably think you're our age or something.
Yeah.
Not that we're any younger, but
Yeah, I'm 30, so.
yeah, I'm 32. So about
Wow.
there.
Yeah. I'm the youngest one now. In this conversation, at least.
Yeah. So what about when it comes to like vendors? Do you feel like there's been a point where you, or even like the agents, where you've tried to like get somebody, or maybe even had like vendors at the spot and they just declined it, and then
What you mean?
so the agents, for example, like if you're trying to get an artist to come out to the Broccoli City Fest, and you know you want like a specific person out, and they're just like, no, like we can't give you that. Like, does it happen often?
I mean, talent decline. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything. Scheduling, it could be, you know, anything.
I'm guessing that kind of lands more on like the budget, right? Can you afford it, right?
Sometimes, and then sometimes it just be agents be having ulterior motives. Timing. Maybe they don't want to drop. Maybe they don't want to do big festivals before an album comes out, right? Maybe, you know what I mean? It's like it could be a lot of different
It's like
reasons.
a lot of things that,
yeah, like I mean, it'd be, you know, these artists be a single big artist be a whole company in terms of the amount of people that make money off this single individual.
Yeah.
So nothing is happening by chance, right? Like everything is planned out. It's multiple layers of people whose whole job is to plan, you know, an artist's whole rollout for the year. Like nobody is at an award show or at an event by chance.
right?
You know what I'm saying? If they like that,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that makes
If
sense.
they're a major artist, yeah.
And it's true. I mean, every artist is a company. You have your
For sure.
your production, your music production, which is your studio people, your musicians and all that stuff, PR, your managers, stylists, and the list goes on. I'm sure.
I'm sure you got like a big team though, right? It's not just you that's taking care of like.
Oh yeah, man, shit is.
How big is your crew right now?
I mean, our core team is probably like 12, but I mean, through the festival, I mean, it gets deep. Yeah, it gets deep.
Yeah.
I mean, just our talent management team alone, our hospitality is probably 15 people. Just manage and move talent around
I'm
for the
assuming
weekend.
it has to be big so that you can kind of take care of
Yeah, it's a
everything
lot.
that's in it.
Yeah.
These artists, I mean, artists come with large teams. Like I said, they got it's a whole shit with them.
And Broccoli City's like a yearly thing that you do, right? Or do you do it more than once a year?
Nah, just one time a year, and then we do, you know, different things that could be Broccoli City, or it could be Broccoli City Presents, or it could be Think Broccoli produced events that don't have Broccoli City on it.
Right.
So that's, you know, it's twofold. Not everything we do is Broccoli City focused. That's like the brand.
Okay.
Some things we just produce and our name isn't on it. We just behind the scenes.
What does something like that look like? Like something that you just produce? You have like an example?
Yeah, I mean, right now we helping to produce the BET Experience.
Oh, wow.
In Los Angeles.
That's different.
That's an annual event. BET, it's a free expo. LA Convention Center. So like that's an example. Roots Picnic in Philadelphia, another example of something that we help produce. We're in a joint venture with Live Nation, so we, you know, lend our production to, you know, wherever it makes sense, you know what I'm saying, and where the deals are good and where the opportunities, you know,
Right.
lend itself to make a lot of sense financially and just timing of lending resources to other productions when you still are building your own brand.
True.
Wow.
I always thought Broccoli City was, for some reason, just like DC or like DMV area. Just because I feel like when I think broccoli, I was relating it to like smoking. So I was like, probably because DC's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's legal there. So, but it's,
Yeah,
it's a whole
nice.
different thing.
Yeah, never. I mean, we never really even attached ourselves to weed at all, to be honest. I mean, we've had the broccoli pack. We've done a few things, you know, over the past maybe 2 years, but, you know, nothing before that. It's been totally like a thing.
So going back to the whole, you know, you guys started in North Carolina and then LA.
Yeah.
How did you end up in this area, in the DMV?
I had just got a job.
Really?
Yeah. Doing government contracting. I had moved out here. The same time I was, you know, spending a lot of time in LA with my partner B. I ended up getting a job out here. And it was like a good government job where I could kind of still go back to LA. So I would go back to LA still a lot. And that was at that same time that we was kind of curating this whole thing. After we did Go But Cool, and then I really like got situated. Like I think I went from being like a contractor to being full time. So then I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm solid. That was when I started to realize like, damn, like we could do what we did in LA in DC, and I think we would make more money. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like LA is very much of a creative town where, you know, many of the creators, they don't make money, right? But because we did that event, it lived. This was early this was early internet shit, like the blog era. Yeah. So a lot of those pictures, the Dom Kennedy, like they ran that era, the Nah Rights, the Complexes. So
yeah, that's when Complex was young and still killing
us
it.
Being connected to that reached DC. So when we finally did drop Broccoli City Festival, DC, it wasn't just like it came out of nowhere. Like people made a connection to like what we did, and then the first joint was with Big Crit. You know what I mean? Who was also connected, was like one off from Wiz and fucking Dom Kennedy and Currency. Right. And so it was his first album. So it was just like a perfect little time. And then that shit blew up. Like we ended up doing 3,000 people at the first one. And shit, from there it was up.
How many people does it look like now that you're doing them? I was looking at the lineup,
like,
by the way.
Yeah, like 25, 30 a day.
Wow, that's crazy.
So this year's 2 years, right?
2 days.
2 days.
Sorry, so 2 years, 2 days. Yeah. Back to back, okay.
Yeah.
You were saying my bad.
No, I was saying about the lineup. I was looking at the lineup that you guys have this year. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm excited for this
good.
one.
Yeah, I mean,
I've actually never been to a Broccoli City Fest event. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you're there.
I try to go 1 year. I try to send a media request to take pictures.
Oh, for real?
Because my boy was taking pictures of some artists. I think he was doing taking pictures of Chaz French.
Oh yeah.
And Internet James, I think so. And I was trying to get a pass, but I think I applied like the week before, and you guys were already done with.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, that was a wrap. So
try again next year, buddy.
I'm gonna try again this year. I think I know a guy.
Yeah, you know a guy for sure.
Yeah, wow, man, that's amazing, man. So this is gonna be how many years now for you guys here in the city?
It's our 9th actual festival.
So next year's gonna be big then.
Yeah.
10th year.
10th year, yeah.
I think that's something. I think that's something you celebrate internal. I don't know if you make that like a thing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, 10 years is a lot, man.
It is a lot.
Not many companies can say they've.
I mean, or you could also just kind of use it as like promo, right? Like 10 years.
Yeah, you're right. Or something. You're right. We just talking about birthdays and shit. That might be. I don't know. Like, I fuck with birthdays heavy and shit, but I think that just be my like Libra ass mentality of just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like it was a beautiful day. Like. Let's move on to tomorrow type shit, you know.
Like it's trying new. Let's just keep it moving.
Yeah, keep it moving.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that might not be the right thought, but that's just my initial thought on like the celebration of that.
I think
I feel like you're also pretty good at keeping it like staying like level headed. I don't feel like you're like somebody that comes off as like I'm the shit or I'm better than others.
You're very humble, from like the couple of times I've seen you here.
For sure.
I feel like if you weren't, you probably wouldn't be in this podcast, you know. So
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I mean, my life could be different. Let me just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how does life look like outside of Broccoli City? Like for you, just on a personal basis, how is it just, I guess, day by day?
I mean, work shit it's a lot. I mean,
I'm sure it consumes most of the day.
I was just talking about like I probably get 100 emails a day.
I mean, when I'm tattooing you, you're constantly like picking up phone calls. So
Yeah, like I probably get 100 emails a day. Probably reply back to 20 or 30. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it'd be a lot, and as we trying to expand our brand and just probably trying to do business, like the calls are about so many different things, you know what I mean? And so my personal role inside this whole organization is really to kind of have my hands on a bit of all of it, which I'm kind of cool with. I'm actually okay with being able to maneuver around multiple different types of information and be able to like sit in a lot of different rooms. That's something I kind of take pride in, and kind of nerding out on certain topics to be able to be solid. And so like right now we working on a bunch of stuff for like the EPA. I think I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
And like that's a whole nother world.
And EPA is electronic press kit, right?
No. It's Environmental Protection Agency.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so
so how does that tie with you guys?
So back to the environmental, right? The Earth Day shit. Back to kind of our roots of us just being really in a situation where people see our connection to that core basis of this being around an Earth Day celebration, and really being able to use our platform to disseminate information. So in the background, like even last year, the head of the EPA was at Broccoli City, came, spoke to the crowd. And so there's been very much a connection to that whole movement. And so there's a lot of opportunities out there around grants that we're trying to take advantage of to really just do what we already doing.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
You know
That's
what I mean?
amazing. So that's so you guys have a side that shows, love to Earth. Love to taking care of the environment.
And does it always happen around like Earth Day when you guys do the festival? So it did.
We moved that shit though, because we got rained on. Like anybody that been to fucking Broccoli Cities, I know you thinking that shit fucking rained. Fuck you.
It's been a couple years. Like, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that shit was raining like a bitch. Like motherfuckers be like, y'all got a root on y'all and all that shit.
Was it last year that it rained?
No, it didn't even fucking rain. It fucking was fucking thunder and lightning.
Yes, that's what it was.
And it didn't even rain.
Yes, that's what it was.
But like they don't even let us play. Like that wasn't it. The city does not play when it comes to thunder and lightning.
You gotta evacuate.
Yeah, like that's, and I'm not even tripping on that because that's like,
it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's just the safety of
Yeah.
Last thing you want is a lawsuit about from that.
What? Trust me, you do not want that.
Well, speaking of lawsuits, we're gonna have our friends at Clanda's Kitchen drop us off some
we got
sandwiches,
a couple snacks and shit.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Fuck with the young snit.
So this is Hyder here. He's the chef at Clanda's Kitchen, and he's bringing us some.
Oh, what's this? A little
fish fillets. What are those?
A little fish fillet.
It's like an oversized slider.
You want to tell the microphone what you have for us, Hyder, today?
So what's up, yo? I got the Pelon special. My man Pelon made that. So he was like, "Make me a sandwich." I'm like, I got you. So
what's in it? What's in it?
It's actually Mexican saltfish.
Oh wow, okay.
And purple cabbage, cilantro, a little bit of jalapenos, 2 sauces. It's a little sweet and sour sauce and a dill with sauce, and all combined make you.
Makes your mouth wet.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Pause.
You know.
Wow, that was crazy.
Thank you, Hydo.
Jeez.
You wanna be our guest right here, and give us a first bite impression.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Here we go. Enjoy.
Thanks, man. Go ahead, man. Help yourself, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Let's see what we have. This is the first. We haven't tried this before.
Yeah. He's been talking about it though. We'll see what's hitting on, bro.
Gee, these are huge, bro.
Facts.
You need 2 hands for that.
Man, y'all look it's going crazy.
Hey, Daryl, you can't be saying stuff like that, bro. Come on now.
Hey, bro, you took it that way, bro. I was talking about the bread. You said swordfish?
Mm-hmm.
Does it fight back? Oh, I can see the onion in there.
You got hot? How fucking hot?
He just made it.
Y'all got a fucking kitchen back there?
Oh, we got.
What the fuck is going on?
We got a little bit of everything back there, bro.
Yeah, bro. He got like everything portable, so he'll just bring it in whenever we got a podcast.
Bruh, this motherfucker got hot fried fish. Back of a goddamn tattoo shop. What the
Yeah, we
fuck
gotta
is
take
going
care of
on?
our guests, bro. We gotta make sure they go home with a full stomach.
Bro, that shit was hot. Word. I thought it was some stage food.
All right, guys. Real quick. Clanda's Kitchen information down here below. If you want to hire him for an event, if you want to, go get some food from him, he usually has events on the weekends. Check out his social right here. If you mention Inclusive, you'll get a little bit of a discount. So make sure that you say that you watched the episode, and you'll get how much? What's the discount, Heido?
$10% off.
$10?
Yeah.
So $10 off your order of.
If you mention Broccoli City, he'll give you $10 off your order.
There we go. So make sure you mention Broccoli City.
Yeah,
and you'll
because he
get
usually
$10
does
off.
$5 off, but he said 10, so
Ooh,
he's feeling generous today, bro.
He wants to be he wants to be generous. All right. Well, we're gonna enjoy this food, and we'll be right back. Peace.
All right, bro. So I did have a question I was thinking about.
What's good?
If there's somebody that wants to like do the same thing you're doing right now, what's some advice you'd have for them? Because I'm sure you went through like a bunch of bullshit to get to this point.
Specifically music festivals?
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like, just music festivals or something even just this big.
I mean, if it's music festivals specifically, I would tell them to do something else.
Don't do it.
Why is that?
It's a lot, right?
I would say that it's like now just ain't the time to try to get into it.
Yeah.
Are there the anomalies? Yes. Are they usually well capitalized with corporate dollars? Absolutely. To be independent, trying to step out, booking artists at these prices right now, I wouldn't advise it.
What is? You don't have to give us specific numbers, but what is an artist like Gunner costing you for this year?
Gunner ain't that bad. Gunner wasn't that bad only because one, we had him before, so we got a good relationship with his team, and two, we booked him early, right? Because at the end of the day, like especially somebody in his situation, he needed like some frontward support. You know what I'm saying? And so,
what do you mean by that?
Since he was locked up?
Yeah, I mean, and also too, just from the industry perspective, you know what I mean? There was a lot of people choosing sides.
That's true,
Yeah.
And so, obviously we have we got morals and shit, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not connected, you know what I mean, in a street way like that. Like, I'm a businessman.
I mean, and at the end
He's
of the
here to
day,
do business.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like you're also going off of talent. Like,
correct.
He does great music too.
Correct.
I mean, the album he just dropped,
probably one of the best this year.
Yeah,
that's true.
Rides.
And I'm sure that's what you focus on. You don't focus on the politics and the street stuff. You gotta worry about the art,
Now, I'm not gonna put nobody in no situation where we creating problems for people. Like, I'm not gonna book Gunna and somebody who I believe he may have a potential issue with. I'm cognizant of that. I'm not gonna put nobody in no situation like that.
So that's a different layer you have to also worry about.
Yeah, I mean it's urban rap music, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? We that's what we in. But we don't have them kind of problems. We had too many beautiful women at Broccoli City.
That's true.
Yep.
So,
you don't want to scare them away.
Yeah, this is not the event. Respect, Rolling Loud, all those guys, we love y'all, but
I wasn't gonna say it, but you said it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's a different
world,
environment. That's what they go there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't necessarily we do our event for women of color. Our lineups are booked with women of color in mind. We don't even think about men
interesting
in the consideration of any part of what we do. The flyer, the font, the lineups, the content that we post on social media. A man is never in consideration for those posts that we have. They're not our buyer.
Okay.
The women buy two and bring the nigga.
Right.
They're the ones sponsoring the concert.
And I feel like the guys are gonna end up going anyway.
Yeah.
Correct, but most of the time, it's they wifey bought them. The wifey bought two. Yo, we going to Broccoli City, 27th, 28th July. He like, yeah, This man's like, yeah, what you doing in July? Yeah, my girl got tickets to Broccoli City. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
strategically planned out, bro.
I ain't saying this from. I'm saying from the data perspective.
Yeah, this is I'm sure this is your.
The data is telling me that that's what's happening right now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Or it's the homegirl. Yo, I'm gonna buy the tickets. Go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? Bet I got them. We good.
Right.
But it's a woman. It's a woman somewhere that's the key to that transaction. So why would I even be focused in on anybody else?
Makes sense.
Okay. Now that I feel like that just makes more sense when you look at the lineup now.
For sure.
It does.
Yeah, because you see Megan Thee Stallion,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's popping, bro. Like,
She is. She's up there. She's probably top 5 right now with females.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
she big. She's
Wow.
big. But it's more just timing. Album coming, still hasn't dropped. Dropped a little single teaser. I mean, she warming up. I mean, from what I hear, the album coming before the festival. I don't know. But
Oh,
I think
even
that-
better.
that'd be
That's
fire.
better
I
for
think
you
that- I
guys.
think the album is coming before the festival.
Wow. So what are there any interesting aspects that you've seen in your data in regards to your gender demographic? You know, how does that affect what you want to book for the next year? Like, what are the aspects that you look at, and what are the numbers that tell you these things?
I mean, really, it's just who it is, right? Like, at the core, basically, what it is who is your audience? Like, who is buying your tickets? And then the other important part for Broccoli City, and not every festival wants to do this, but it's important for our attendee to remain young. Not every brand can be alive for 10 years and the consumer base not get 10 years older,
Makes sense.
right? So like there's been an ability for people to phase out of Broccoli City and be like, yeah, I used to go to that, and now their younger brother or their younger nephew or cousin
Kids.
is now like, yo, I'm going to Broccoli City, right? Which is really the core to building a big business, is for it to be multi-generational, not necessarily where everybody go together, but the fact that it can be a next generation of motherfuckers that's going to the actual situation. You know what I mean? Very few urban brands have been able to accomplish that over time. I'm not sure why, but that's just something that we are extremely cognizant of in terms of how we develop our strategies, how we book our lineups, how we develop our content, the type of content creators that we associate ourselves with. I mean, just the whole nine. Like, it's just super important for us to remain young, and I think that it's become such a valuable opportunity because now brands understand that we able to remain young, and they know what they know us for.
Stay relevant.
And so, like,
Right.
from a sponsorship perspective, like, we are now finally been able to separate ourselves over time to be like, oh, nah, like, that's that, but what they do is something a little bit different. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, it's been a blessing. Honestly, it's been a blessing.
I want to go back to what you were saying about sponsorship right now. Is that something that you look for? Do people contact you for that?
Both.
Okay.
Both. You got to do both. Activity breed activity. So, like, you know, it may be a relationship from 2 years ago that turns into an opportunity this year, but you got to be active. I mean,
Right.
activity breeds activity. That's some shit I be saying to motherfuckers.
Yeah, I like that.
yo,
I like that.
What
activity,
do you offer your sponsors? Like, what's something that,
anything.
apart from
It's all for sale.
everything for sale, so
It's
any
all
square
for
inch
sale.
you have available, it's for sale.
What you want to name?
Yeah.
Stage.
Mm-hmm.
You want backstage.
Lanyards,
You want
tickets.
Whatever. What you want to
Yeah.
buy?
Right.
Right. At the end of the day, like, it's a brand game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brand game. Like, people want to engage with brands. This isn't no sellout shit.
Yeah.
You want to see brands at your favorite events.
Yeah.
True.
I want to see a brand that I frequent at Broccoli City. That makes me like the brand more, right? At the end of the day, so
That's true.
I want to know that.
What are your biggest sponsors,
Sponsors.
and partners for this year?
It's not finished.
If you can talk about it, of course. You don't want to.
Chase Bank,
Okay.
Hennessy,
Nice.
Can't go wrong with Hennessy.
Hennessy
definitely in
gonna
there.
Hennessy gonna be heavy. They're gonna have a great activation.
Love that.
Let me see who else. Chase Bank. Shout out to the Chase Bank. Converse.
Nice.
Beatbox. These little wine boxes. I'm sure this is hella
Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
high quality. I mean hella high alcohol content.
I'll have I've tattooed girls that'll bring like their own
Yeah.
little boxes.
Yeah, a little beatbox. White Claw.
Oh wow.
Nice. Oof. Females love White Claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all huge brands.
Yeah.
Shea Moisture. We got a few different like health makeup women lines. I done forgot the names. I ain't even gonna try to remember. I ain't gonna bullshit. We got
It's
a
a
few.
lot,
It's a
though.
lot.
It's amazing, man.
This is setting up to be, from a brand perspective, this will be our biggest sponsorship year. 100 like 100-fold, like 100% increase from
Wow.
previous
In
years.
previous years.
Yeah.
Is
Wow.
there like a sponsor that you want to get on in the future that you would like to get on?
Yeah. What's your wish list?
I love to have a big ass sponsorship with Amazon just because they here.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should just be. It should just be the Amazon like
Yeah. They're in Arlington.
whole. We should have a whole thing with them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like it should be a whole Amazon experience. That's gonna set up though. Oh, we got Walmart too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It's a shame that, you know what I'm saying, Walmart would do a deal with Broccoli City, you know, in the backyard of Amazon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got the Amazon headquarters, but I know, you know, we good folks at Amazon. You know, we love y'all. We know this. We know that this is gonna happen though. I'm speaking into the future,
There
but
you
in
go.
the meantime,
Yeah, it's gonna happen for
Yeah.
the 10th anniversary. Watch.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
right. I think that's perfect.
Manifested.
You know what I'm saying? So
Speaking of Amazon, you with that, I'm guessing if Amazon becomes a reality for you, would you wanna and can you stream Broccoli City on Prime, or do you have someone else already in line for that, like
yeah.
YouTube?
So we do have a conversation happening.
Okay.
We could, we could absolutely stream. One of the things I love about this lineup though, is that the way that it's gonna be shot is that it's not gonna be shot as a music festival. It's gonna be shot more like an award show.
Interesting.
And I it's hard for me to explain it. You'll better understand it when you're there. But this is gonna be the first time that I believe that this many people is gonna have a award show style experience where you would see a Funny Marco backstage talking to a Meg Thee Stallion before she goes on. Right? Similar to how they might do at the VMAs.
So you're gonna have a host or people hosting different key spots.
Different key spots throughout the festival grounds.
I like that.
That people are able to, where your experience is not just in person with your eyes, it's also video, right? But when you look at it from a feed perspective, when it's back somebody home, it will look like a award show,
Right.
With
Wow.
multiple different points,
Okay.
multiple different conversations. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just excited to be able to deliver on that. And that's like our new challenge right now is trying to really disrupt what has been festivals
Yeah.
traditionally.
I like that because I've seen Coachella, I've seen Ultra, I've seen all these other big festivals, and all they do is just cut from performance to performance.
Yeah,
And that's
nah.
it. There's
That
no
shit over
interaction.
with.
I'll use these lower thirds.
I mean, even like
the
the old ones like Spring Break on YouTube,
MTV
like if you
and
look on,
stuff.
yeah, MTV.
Yeah.
Man, what? Yo, let me tell you something. MTV Spring Break,
Those I haven't seen anything like that
bruh,
since
that
then.
shit was legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
That shit, them times was legendary. Like that really made you as like a high school kid. That's the type of shit that make you want to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
like that shit was like,
that's true. Because
I mean, I remember being
when I
in
was
middle
young,
school and I was like, wow, I want to go to college.
bruh, like,
Nah, I used to be like, I'm trying to go to one of them spring break
Yeah.
things, you know?
You know what I mean?
I remember this one spring break. It was 50 Cent came out, and he
Bro, I
performed,
remember that shit.
and that
With the
thing
tank
just,
top?
man, that was like,
That's when it's bulletproof or
Oh,
what?
100%.
Yeah, that's when.
yeah, that was it. Die Rich or Get Trying, something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
yeah.
man, that was like the boom of like the spring break shows.
that shit was it's actually interesting, like those little moments like the spring breaks, like and how those things were shot, and just like those moments of like, because if you think about it, nobody had no phones.
No.
Right?
Oh, wow.
Like it was just so much in the moment of like right there that there's certain things that they just can't even recreate because there's just so much things that are happening, right? And so I think that what's happening is that the festival and the concert's a little bit different because from a design aesthetic, you can kind of build things and like make it look a certain kind of way to really make it go viral and it be like a whole thing. But like from a festival perspective, when it's just like stages and that sort of vibe, it's like that has not caught up to the internet era. Like the festival experience hasn't caught up to the internet. Like after you take your pictures of the art installations and a couple pictures of the stage, it's really not a lot left for you to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
And so I think like that's where we at with it, is like
You're trying to bring different elements into the
Got
festival,
to.
so it's not just you looking at somebody perform.
It's not
I mean,
2D,
you
it's
have
more,
to.
it's more
Going on.
third dimensional.
yeah, like
So
I
you're
mean,
having your artists bring more stage production. You're
Well, it's-
incorporating different angles of cameras. and
it's
stuff.
also just more so of like how they're being set up to do what they already gonna do. We can't change the fact that they gonna come on stage and perform.
Yeah.
But how can we make the process of them coming on the stage and things that lead up to it? How do we make that shit just a better production experience leading up to it? Like why can I not see Meg getting out the black truck going to her dressing room? They do that shit for
the MTV movies, just
Right.
movies, shows.
like that's a small thing,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
That can be pre-recorded. Yo, Meg is in the building. Funny
could-
Marco, yo.
You could have Daryl running around with the camera doing
That,
stuff in the
reminds me
background.
of Lil Wayne's music video when he comes out of the bus,
100%.
gets dressed up, he's
100%.
rapping already. Yeah, I love that.
100%,
That behind
right?
the scenes stuff is great.
And
yeah.
so it's just about the thought about it, and if this shit go right and we able to deliver, like I feel like we got the perfect team to deliver on this shit. I think this shit gonna go down like motherfuckers gonna be like, oh nah, this shit is
Love
this
that.
is some shit.
They gonna start copying, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's
I
innovating.
expect
When
it.
you innovate, people
Yeah,
will copy. You know?
I
100%.
expect it. I expect to see some lineups that look like ours this later this year.
What about the Audi field, bro? I see you guys got the Audi field
Yes.
Nah,
That's big.
How did that happen, bro?
They were a sponsor. DC United was a sponsor.
Wow.
The festival last year.
Amazing.
Yep. And then
Is this the first festival happening in DC United?
first anything.
I mean, Audi Field.
first big
right?
anything.
Yeah.
Really?
I never heard of a festival or a concert or anything happening there before.
Yeah, they never had nothing there.
Wow.
Other than soccer. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be special.
Yeah.
It's gonna be special.
And then it's
special for the
it's
city.
crazy. It's because like even when you're sitting on the stands or in the the boxes, you're still
beautiful.
so over you're still over the
Yeah.
feel. Like you don't feel like you're far away.
People, it's something that pictures don't sell.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get there, you definitely like, yo,
It's very intimate.
yeah.
What's the capacity at Audi Field right now?
20,000 seats, or like 19,000 seats, plus the field and all that. So we probably do around 25,000 a day.
Wow, that's gonna be a lot of people. Jeez,
That's huge, bro.
Logistics are gonna be a lot more than I'm guessing from previous years, right?
Nah, it's better. It's better.
Really?
You got the whole infrastructure of the stadium.
That is true.
Yeah, so
I'm guessing you
nice.
have your food around, your drinks.
Yeah. So I mean, we building a lot of stuff outside the stadium to create a full
Okay.
festival experience. But nah, I mean, man, I mean it's a different type of production, but
I can tell.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not as labor intensive. It's more intense oversight, which may not reduce my labor costs, which I did
it's
not anticipate.
Yeah.
But I think that it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Well, kudos to you and your team, man, because I opened up that website and that
Oh.
video was just completely immersive.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wow, you made Audi Field come to life.
Yeah, nah, that
The animations, the
we spent some time.
graphics,
Yeah.
bro. It just, I wanted to go buy a ticket right away.
Yeah, we actually got some more of that. Yeah, the Broccoli Boy character.
Yes.
That's actually a character we want to build a whole cartoon around.
That was amazing, man.
For sure.
That's gonna help a lot.
For sure.
Yeah,
Same one on the sticker,
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. I feel like you guys are gonna definitely leave your mark now, and
For sure.
that 10 years gonna be even better.
For sure.
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm
Wow.
excited, man. I'm excited y'all about to come through.
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes.
We've
We're
been
gonna-
talking about it for a long
Nah,
time
y'all
now.
gonna have a good ass time, man.
We're excited for that, man. Wow.
What's the plans, bro, for Broccoli City? So like now that you're like at this level where people like me and Daryl are like, all right, he's at the top, at least from what we can see right now. Where do you want it to be in, like, you know, let's say next year, or even 5 years from now? Like, where do you see Broccoli City?
I mean, we want to be in a brand business. Like at the end of the day, like we want to be in the brand business.
What do you mean when you say the brand business?
We want to deliver live experiences that are curated for the purposes of brands being more exposed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to be in the live event experience from the perspective of selling tickets.
Okay.
Definitely want to get into sports. Sports is something that I think is going to be a thing. I think sports is getting bigger and bigger.
Soccer is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having your feet inside of, Audi Field
I
is
think
huge.
across the board, I think all sports.
Yeah.
I think in the age of so much curated, overproduced, sports is the best storyline of all the live entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Movies, like the storylines of Ant Edwards, like the storyline of a Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm.
Like this nigga got caught for the hammer twice.
That's
He worth
crazy.
300 million, right? Like
Yeah, that's
these are
crazy.
things that
Yeah.
it's like, yo, you would think that this would happen to nobody, but this is like real shit that motherfuckers be really going through, right?
That's true.
This cat ain't even 25, worth 300 million. Do you know is private equity guys on Wall Street that if they managing 300-400 million, they big dogs.
Yeah.
These cats is getting 300 million for 5 years. Like Ja gonna get 2 or 3 more $300 million contracts.
Easily.
Like that's why I say these guys are their whole venture capital firms. They're a whole like financial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's different.
I mean, like you said, they're businesses.
They're 100%.
And there's a ton of people under them. I mean, we
No
see it. I mean,
question.
when we go out, and I do videos when he's tattooing these NFL, NBA players. There's 20 people in the next room running their social medias, their
Bruh, like,
bank accounts, their schedules,
Everything.
their
Sports shit
health,
is
their
a
chefs.
big business.
Yeah.
This shit
Crazy.
is a big business. It is a big fucking business, bruh. So I gotta get into that. I gotta touch that. It's a lot of cultural opportunity. So I'm gonna come back when we announce some new shit for sure.
Oh, we're excited for that.
There you go.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. So, going back to the festival world, how do you see yourself with Broccoli City getting to a level like Lollapalooza or Coachella?
You won't?
Really?
Nah, I'm good.
How come?
Nah.
Too much?
You
It
want
comes
to
with too
stay?
much?
You want to stay small and
More money, more
niche?
problems.
Nah, it's not worth it. And to be totally honest with you, like a black event can't sustain that size.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. It's not real. Not and stay young.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's not real. It's not possible. And the reason why that's not possible, it's not possible to have a 50,000-60,000 person event for younger black or people of color because they're so gonna always be culturally first,
Mm-hmm.
which means whatever's the next, they're gonna also be able to identify that next before everybody else, and then that takes away from you and your ability to grow. Like they never gonna stay on one thing because they always know the next thing.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's kind of like it's almost like like insider trading where it's
Yeah.
like
They always know the next,
yeah,
right? And so when they always know the next and they got the ability to know what's coming, they may come back to you, but they gonna be off of you for some time.
I see what you I see what you mean now. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
The
it's a
nicest
lot of people. Like for Lollapalooza, Austin City Limits, Coachella. What people don't realize is that a lot of their ability to sell those tickets is connected to corporation buying tickets for hospitality. You know, companies buying 100, 150 tickets, 1,000 tickets for staff, for clients. Like, it's not just regular buying.
person to
You know what I'm
person.
saying? And so
That
there's a
makes sense.
whole hospitality side. Like Austin City Limits is like, you know, it's such a big festival in Austin that it's like, you know, I was there and I'm meeting people who like younger kids, like 16, who like, y'all been going to this shit since I was like 10. Like it's like a 8th Street festival type, you know what I'm saying? Like a staple of the city.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a thought about buying the tickets. It's just like we just go. I don't even know how we got the tickets. It's just set that we're going. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that it's tough. It's not a knock, right? It's just facts. And you know what I mean? Somebody might be up here and be like, "No, this motherfucker tripping this shit." I'm just being honest to what I be saying, that I don't, you know, other than like an Essence festival, you know, you can't point to legacy African American events that have grown at scale, right, over 10, 12, 15 years. And even that has gotten older.
I see what you mean.
Right, like that's for the aunties,
Right.
Right, like that's not necessarily a thing that,
Like they keep adapting over the years.
correct.
Yeah.
If you 25, you're not thinking about going to Essence Festival. It's
I didn't
not
even know-
happening.
I never even heard of it, to be honest with you.
They do 70, 80,000 older black women annually and print a big bag,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
In New Orleans every year.
Essence, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think for us, you know, it's really just about back to just staying young. If you do it right, if you do it right with this core demographic, which I believe, like our festival, Broccoli City Festival, I believe like our attendees is the motherfuckers who they be saying is the motherfucking black Twitter. Like
Yeah,
I
I
feel
see what
like
you mean.
our attendee is the motherfuckers. Literally, like when it be good, the motherfuckers be the greatest. But when it be bad, they be so good on
Right.
Twitter,
Yeah.
they gonna fry your ass to
Yeah,
pieces.
they will. They're quick.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you can't even do nothing to stop it.
No,
Yeah.
it's just gonna happen.
It's just
Crazy
gonna
how
happen.
that happens. You'll be falling, and that's where your
Bruh.
tweet out already.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruh,
Wow.
like,
And they're quick with it too.
they are incredible.
And they're funny with it sometimes too.
Most of the time, bruh. They are fucking legends.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So you're more concerned about quality over quantity.
Yeah,
I
that,
respect that.
And
I
I,
like
feel
that,
like you're
you know?
sticking to like what you know, what works. Like it's almost like how they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if this is working out right now, like
Yeah, for sure. Like, I would say it's more important for us if we can nail this concept, the digital footprint of this situation will be 50 times greater than what can happen in person. And that's really what it's about. Now it's
see
about
that.
is how do you create this one single live experience and create 10 different shows that got 10 different segments. That's what this shit is about moving forward. Right?
okay.
It's not about the day. It's about those show segments. We got the Kiss Cam segment. We got the Trap Soul Karaoke with Bryson Tiller. Like these are all shows.
man, this is gonna be nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is post though. Right? Post. These are single shows, the biggest karaoke ever hosted by Bryson Tiller. 30,000 motherfuckers, people getting on stage, singing. Like just having 8 people go perform on stage, that's 8 segments.
Yeah.
Right? Now that's an opportunity for like 8 good pieces of content. YouTube, chop it up.
True.
Pull your AI out. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a easy
It's already
thing.
edited, man.
Yeah, so like that's really what we own is like
Yeah.
how do we create the content, the live experience, then to create the content for then the content to live on and it be bigger than just the festival conversation.
Wow.
That's nice.
For sure.
I love
Sounds
it,
like
man.
people
Yeah.
are just gonna have to show up just to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean honestly, I'm intrigued to see how that shit go. I don't know how that shit
No,
gonna
we
go. I
all
know it's
are.
gonna go good, but I'm intrigued to see how it go.
I'm excited.
for sure.
Wow. So what? So you haven't announced the lineup yet, right? I mean, no, the lineup is there, but not the schedule of.
No, not this.
When is that coming out?
That probably won't drop till July sometime. But
Okay.
we are gonna drop the 1 day. Excuse me, the 1 day like schedule.
Okay.
So like people at least know who's gonna be on which day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's gonna come along with 1 day tickets. We about to do that. I think next week.
So
Yeah,
this
next
this
week.
episode is gonna drop in the next month. So should be around that time when you drop that too as well.
Perfect.
So we'll
That's
we'll have
perfect.
it in there.
Yeah,
I
because
love
it'll be
it.
right before the festival too. So,
So I think like what 2-3 weeks before the festival.
do you guys sell tickets all the way up to like the date of the festival?
If it doesn't just completely sell out.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. So what are some artists that like your dream artists that you want to have at Broccoli one of these days? If not this year, next year, like
A dream artist.
or your dream lineup. I feel that's a good one because I've seen some like people on Twitter or Instagram.
That's
doing
interesting.
Their dream
I don't know if
festival.
I don't really got one.
Really?
I mean, you already have Future on it, so
No, but I mean, even artists that are not with us
Dream
anymore.
lineup.
So even artists that it could be someone who passed away. It could be someone that's,
I mean, I would say if I could have anybody come to the festival, like if they was to hit us, and there was one artist to be like, "Yo, I want to come through."
I already know who
Who
you
would
gonna
I
say.
be happiest about? Who am I say?
Nipsey.
No. Even though I fuck with Nips, that
I
would
was
be
saying
hard.
because I tattooed the Nipsey
Yeah,
on it.
facts.
give me a clue. Give me a clue.
It's a singer.
It's a singer.
You ain't gonna guess it, bro.
It's a singer, R&B singer.
Yeah.
Jeez, no, I'm blanking out right now.
I'ma say that if Rihanna came to our festival,
Damn.
now obviously
Riri.
Beyonce would mean a lot,
Oh,
right? That
the
would mean
queen,
a
bro.
lot. She would be legendary. Like,
yeah.
but I'm just thinking about back to who is at our festival. Rihanna would be special. Like
That'd be
she
sweet.
would be special to have Rihanna in the building as like on some Fenty shit representing her brand. That would be
She could probably even bring a +1 and
Bro.
my
She
boy
could bring
ASAP
A$AP.
jump on.
ASAP, man.
That
And the
would
whole
be-
fur gang, bro.
that would be
They taking over.
That would be
We're gonna have all
legendary.
New York on this side.
New York.
Yeah, no,
That'd be dangerous.
Hey, that'd be
Riri would be
sweet.
special for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Honestly, I after she did the Super Bowl, I was like, she's gonna now put out an album and just
Yeah, nah, she
the baby.
chilling.
I'm guessing is in the way right now, but
She content.
yeah,
And I love that for her.
yeah.
I love that confidence.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
she
she's a
don't have
boss.
to do anything,
Yeah,
bro.
I
No,
love
She's
that.
straight.
I love that confidence.
Wow.
A lot of people can't be okay with sitting the fuck down, man. It's a beautiful
Very
thing.
true. Yeah.
hmm
It's a
Enjoying
beautiful
life,
thing,
man. I'm sure those kids are gonna remember that more than her not being there if she was
Man,
doing.
she getting that bag.
Yep.
She don't even got it.
To be honest, an album can't help her.
I don't think so. I think she's making more money off the Fenty line
can't.
than
Yeah.
The music just make more judgment.
Very
Right
true.
now, it's nothing that you can judge. What you gonna say? These draws don't fit good. What you gonna say?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
good
that
right now,
makes
bro.
sense,
She don't
man.
gotta do anything.
Wow. So apart from Rihanna, that's a female artist. What about like male artists?
Mm,
And are you staying in the hip hop R&B world, or would you explore like other genres?
if it made sense, but let me see. Male, a Travis pop out would be crazy.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, that'd
His
be
concerts
crazy.
are crazy, bro.
Wow.
Travis concert would be crazy.
That's
That
wild.
would be. That'd be. See, somebody like Travis, it's like I damn near would rather have him not on the bill and him pop out surprise, like
Yes.
and he just come out. And
That's
just,
a treat.
You know what I mean?
Imagine
like,
being
to
there.
me, that things like that is more valuable sometimes than even having them on the lineup.
So question. So how does that happen, and how much heads up would you guys receive if that tends to be that could be the scenario this summer? It could be someone else other than Travis, but like, how does that happen for you guys?
I mean, in most cases, it'd be very, very planned. I mean, it'd be talk about it. You know what I mean? An artist gonna say like, "Yo, I want to have so and so come out." You know what I mean? Like you kind of be knowing. Then it'd be a lot to make it all happen. But it don't be nothing special though, to be honest though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, once it's just about advancing them, making sure that they know where to come, getting
Okay.
them on stage, getting them in, off. Obviously, it's not gonna be no rehearsals or nothing like that
Right,
yeah.
for it.
Just
So
Jump on and do their thing.
it's just it's an easy flow.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing, man. Would you consider? So Broccoli City, is it strictly rap and R&B? Would you consider maybe adding a little bit of jazz in there, a little bit of reggae? I'm sure you have reggae before. In
Yeah,
a way.
for sure. I mean, honestly, it has to just make sense at the time. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, we never gonna do nothing that we don't think is gonna resonate with the core audience. You know what I'm saying?
Makes
so,
sense, yeah.
It really would just like if niggas was mixing jazz and cats was on that, that's what we booking.
Yeah.
And we gonna book it first. You know what I'm saying? We gonna book it before anybody else does, for sure on that.
Wow.
100%.
How long is the festival usually?
What you mean, like the day?
Yeah, like that day. Like how long is it? Like what
maybe
time
all
does it
day.
start? What time does it
10,
end?
Like 2 to 10, some shit like
Okay.
that.
So that's
So that's the
whole day.
regulations in DC now. After 10 p.m., you're done.
No, actually, no, 11.
That's
my
on
bad.
Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday.
And
like
Sunday.
11
Okay.
o'clock,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's
It's a full day of work.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys start pretty early on.
2 weeks before usually, probably.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Yeah, it's too late. Once you on site, it ain't nothing to be tired about.
Right.
Yeah.
Going back to what dealing with artists, Marcus. What's the craziest writer you've received from an artist?
It's been a while. I mean, when you first get into that shit, you be caught into the riders, but that era of airs of like wild riders, that shit is kind of over. It's kind of a standard little rider. We give them what we want them to have. Like, we gonna hit them core things that they need, but we not about to have 20 pair of white underwear in your dressing room. Like, we not.
That's
about to do
concerning,
that.
man. 10 pairs.
It's a lot of. It used to be a lot of wild ass
Really?
white tees. You know what I mean? You know, really the main things be like somebody like, yo, I only drink Don. You know what I mean? I only drink Don Perignon, or I need to have white flowers, or you know what I mean? I don't want to have super white lights. I want it to be more of a warm. You know what I'm saying? Like different things like that. Like, we gonna adapt to things to make sure that it's a comfortable setting.
Right.
But we not about to OD on stuff that's really gonna be for your entourage.
And
Yeah.
at that point, would you just like politely decline or?
Nah, it's not gonna be there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not gonna be
Plain
there.
and simple,
That
just
makes
not there.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there.
Wow. That's amazing, man. I feel like it's.
Because the artist
I'm
is never
excited.
gonna be like, damn, why ain't that happen to white tees?
Yeah.
Yeah, where my white tees? That man's gonna come in, come out, and it's gonna mostly the entourage is the staying behind. You know,
100%.
the groupies and the family and the friends that come.
Okay.
They're the ones
That's true.
killing all the charcuterie boards and drinking all the sodas and shit.
100%.
Wow, man. So let's see. Do you have any other questions, Edwin? I feel like that we've pretty much almost hit all of these.
Yeah,
Naturally.
no, I think that was it, bro. I feel like we got to know you pretty well.
For sure.
Even like the whole Broccoli City. I didn't even know it was from that long ago, bro. Like, no disrespect, but it's crazy that you've been in this field for like so long.
For sure.
Like, it's really surprising. And I'm happy, honestly. Like, kudos to you because you've gotten so far. And I feel like this year is going to be like one of the biggest ones yet.
For sure. Yeah,
I'm excited, bro.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah, I'm
For
sure
sure.
you're excited not to be in RFK grounds anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's I feel like that a lot of people are intrigued to see how we program the space.
I am too, man.
So, I'm more so just excited for the challenge because I know that nobody knows how this shit gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
and I just know that we thinking about it in a way that they not even prepared for, and I'm just happy about that part.
Yeah,
you know what
you're
I'm
just going to
saying?
surprise everybody, bro.
Yeah, I'm happy about that for sure.
Wow.
That's
I'm
exciting.
happy for you, man. Congratulations.
For sure. My
Broccoli
brother.
City's gonna go on
Yeah, bro. Thanks
for way
again.
longer. Another 9-10 years.
Absolutely, I appreciate y'all
Yeah,
having
bro.
me on the
Appreciate
pod,
you.
Cheers,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Cheers to you, bro.
Hey, yo, this is the best
Thanks for
tattoo
coming
shops
out.
in the area. You heard?
Thank you, bro.
Straight like that. You know
Hey,
what I
my
mean?
joint's empty,
Cheers,
but
bro. We're gonna
Mine
fill it
too.
up. We're gonna fill it up. But you want to wrap it up?
yeah, bro. So we have Broccoli City in the house, guys. Make sure you guys give them a follow. Do you want to let them know your Instagram, bro? For
Yeah.
like
Yeah, at Broccoli City.
So give us the rundown to people that are gonna watch this 2-3 weeks before the festival. What's coming to Audi Field
For sure.
and all that stuff, and where to find information about getting tickets and all that good stuff.
So just follow at Broccoli City on whatever social you on. July 27th, 28th, Audi Field. Whole week of shit. Starting Thursday. We got brunches. We got pre-parties. We got shit after. It's a vibe. Come hang out.
Yeah, the whole city about
You know
to
what I'm
be,
saying?
about to
Like,
be lit.
please come hang out.
Is everybody invited to the brunches and all that?
Yeah, it's
Bro, we're
gonna
gonna be there
be open
too.
to the public.
The
You
whole
know what I'm
DMV,
saying?
bro.
Like we're gonna do a whole thing.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited. Like I said, I'm super excited about this shit. And if it go off as planned, which I know that it will, I think that this could be a thing. For
Hell
sure.
yeah. It will be a thing, bro.
For sure.
For sure.
You already manifested it.
My
That's
man.
right. Congratulations, Marcus.
Thank y'all.
We
Thank you for
hope
coming,
that,
bro.
We hope that you come back for the next update.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm coming back for that fried fish.
Yeah.
You heard?
And then we're gonna do a little probably video or vlog at the festival.
Yeah, bro.
We're gonna share
We'll
it
probably
from our
take some
point of
portable
view.
podcasts.
Yes. Hopefully you
sure.
can give us a media pass so we can go around with the camera and vlog
sure.
the whole experience.
Record
For
you
sure.
while you're stressing out, bro.
For sure. For sure.
You're probably not gonna be like,
Nah,
don't even
nah.
talk to me. I'm too busy right now.
Nah. We ain't even gonna. We manifesting low stress days.
Yes.
There you go.
Stress-free
Low stress
environment.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
gonna be
sure.
good. It's gonna be a good time.
For sure.
All right, people.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. Inclusive out. One more thing. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below.
Yeah, let us know who you want on
Yes.
here next. And make
sure.
sure you guys buy your Broccoli City ticket because we are going to be there. So
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
we'll see y'all there.
All right, guys. Take care. Enjoy.
Yep.
Peace. Thank you, Marcus.